Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Rick with Rick's Toy Room, and before I take off for vacation, looks like we got another shipment in. Now, this is only one of the three. I specifically redeemed these cars so that they did not ship in the same package, because if something happened and the package got lost, or if the package got damaged, or they screw one up, I wanted to triple my chances of not having something go wrong. So, granted, that sucks because now I still have to wait for two packages. One's unfulfilled. One is waiting in UPS's or USPS's tracking system, but we have one. So what did we get? This is the Batman NFT Batmobile, the 66 Batmobile. We showed you when this went live, I think, and talked about this before on Redemption. Well, it's finally here. And I'm super excited to open this box. This is fresh from the factory. I've seen some previews of what these look like, and I can't wait to show you. So, check this shit out. 66 Batman TV logo, Hot Wheels NFT, virtual garage, one vehicle. This was part of the 85th anniversary of Batman. So here it is, the all black NFT box. The Batman logo's on the side. This box is sick. I'm really, really happy about this box. Roomba is going to come in here and interrupt me and piss me off, so let's just shut that down a second. And there we go. Also, TBVC released a new beer. This is the Blackberry Midnight Muffin. It's an Imperial Sour Ale. I'm not a big fan of sours, but this one's not bad. It reminds me a lot of their key lime pie. It's got that graham cracker crust flavor. Super, super tart. Needs to be a little bit colder. I've got the top and doors off the Jeep right now, so bringing it home in the Jeep, 90-degree weather for an hour and a half. They're still a little warm. I put them in the fridge for a little bit, but not enough to cool it down. I've already cracked the tape on this. Let's get it open. Check that shit out. Now, before these started hitting mailboxes, and it's got the full see-through so you can see the car, both sides, front and back. Kick the lights up in here in a second. There we go. Now, prior to these hitting mailboxes, I'm sure everyone's going to start dumping them on eBay. They were doing about $280 to $300 a piece. To purchase these, for me to get all the NFTs for 3 of them, I ripped enough packs to get 2 initially, and then I ended up with 3 of the super rare NFT. I'm going to call them trading cards, but they're not. I ended up with 3 of the super rares between the packs that I opened. Ended up having to buy the rest of the, and I like how they did the card so you can tell one of the anti-theft. I don't think the camera's going to pick it up. There's these little squares on the card to prove that it's an official security seal. Let's take it out of the package. Maybe you can see it better. So I decided, since I had enough of the super rare NFTs to be able to make a 3rd set, I was just going to buy the 3rd set. So I put together, between selling all the BS Hot Wheel NFTs, that is really tight in there, and I'm not taking it out. That's what she said. Just trust me, there is some anti-theft security seals on here. See if it'll pick up. Come here. Briefly, there's a little checker. There it is. There's a little checkered flag behind the Hot Wheels, and it's all across the card. Oh, there it went. There she be. So there's one of the anti-forgery security seals to let you know this is an official NFT. Little checkered flag. The card is a all reflective silver on the front. Super, super nice. Really, really cool. Gold version of the 66 Batmobile. Red lines. Just an amazing, amazing car. This is probably now the second most expensive 66 Batmobile, next to the Christmas one, and I think there's a convention exclusive that they did in Mexico. That is bad. I'm going to make a new display for this so I can put it up and set it in the middle of my Batman collection. Yeah, like, I'm super excited. So I bought, like I said, I cracked open a bunch of packs. I had 3 super rares. I traded for enough of the other cars or the other NFTs to make 2 sets. And then having the 3rd super rare was actually the cheaper of the NFTs to own. So I ended up buying the rest of the rares. And one of the most rare NFTs actually was the Camo Tumbler. They didn't sell enough NFT packs to sell out, so they had to burn a stack of the NFTs, which made getting these even harder because once they were burned, the only way to get them is to build the collection from what was on the market. There's a site that normally tracks this, so I tell you how many NFTs were essentially released, how many were actually redeemed. I'd like to see the number. Originally, this had, I think, I don't remember the count. I know it was low. I want to say somewhere around 2,000 or 3,000 was the possible count if everyone bought all the NFT packs and built all the sets. And I know they burned so many of these that there aren't 3,000 of these made. So these are super limited at this point. The NFT Hot Wheels really were kind of underrated. I think that very few people understood what they were, what it means. Very few people collected them. Those that have the full NFT sets, I mean, honestly, I could buy a lot of those NFTs super, super cheap. I could buy the physical cars cheaper than I could buy, some super hunts, which are crazy to me because these are way more rare than the super treasure hunts. But I don't think I will complete a full NFT set. There are some cars that were just not released as physical, so all the showrooms, and you needed showrooms to get the final redemption. And I said this in another video, I don't care about the Silverado. I think it's a nice looking truck. It just isn't like, it doesn't do anything for me as much as the Batman does. So I don't care about the redemption, and they packaged it in a flipping acrylic case, and I don't like that. Those designs, like, I'm not an acrylic case collector on the red line, so if they release a red line that's in the case, I don't buy it anymore. I've sold all the ones I've owned. I like them when they're in the cards like this and the Pro-Tex like this, so I can hang them, display them better. But yeah, so this is the second to last NFT set. I do believe Mattel has announced they will do a Series 9. Series 1 through 8 was required to get the purple Silverado. Then they did a Fast and Furious set with the pink Suzuki Nissan, which, whatever. This Batmobile set, there's a Fast and Furious Batmobile and another, like, offshoot, non-series NFT set. I'm not going to chase Series 9, I don't think. I'll have to see what the redemption cars look like before I decide whether I'm going to chase them. Honestly, though, I may just let somebody else buy them and then just pick them up on eBay when they start dumping, because most of the NFTs hit the floor. A few that are holding their value are this Batmobile, the Silverado, and then I think a couple of the early Series 1 and 2 are holding pretty well. I think the Firebird still holds okay, but I'll see what the Batmobiles are selling for once the third one gets here, and I'll decide whether to throw it on eBay to sell it, throw it up as a giveaway, or I don't know what I'll do with it. Maybe I'll just leave it sealed and hope that one day it goes for a small fortune like the Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime's still doing, I think, over $250. So let's hope this Batmobile holds its value. But I'm super excited to have it. It's been a long time coming. This set went on sale September of last year. Let's take it back out. The NFTs went on sale September of last year. The redemption period was, I want to say, in December or January, and they just shipped. So almost a year from the time that these were released to the time that they're actually in hand. And I've said this about the Funko NFTs. Me and Dusty talk about this all the time. I don't understand why they don't have these already produced. I kind of get it. Like, you can show them off, show off the renders. You can pre-sell basically the NFTs. You get the money for the NFTs to make the production. and then you can choose how much you need to make in production based on what you've sold and the potential of what's out there. But at the same token, if you release the numbers of, hey, this is going to be limited of X number, run them. Like, you may end up with some extras. I mean, you definitely end up with some extras in the amount that they burn, but it costs you more to run a smaller production run. So are you really saving any money? And you're taking forever to ship them? I don't know. It's kind of a good idea. Like I said, from a business perspective, if you get someone to do a pre-sale, you can get someone to pay for it early, and you can use that money to do the build. You have zero investment into it, and it's all pure profit. At the same token, it aggravates me having to wait this long for a car. But that's what it is. I'm going to find a place to put this. I'm probably going to display it with the box. I've thought about a couple Raspberry Pi projects where I can do some mix of the display, the Raspberry Pi, and LCD. I'll let you know more about that project when I actually get it off the ground. I'm super busy and super inundated with other projects, so at this point, it is what it is. So, all right, guys, I'm going to cut it. I've got some things to do tonight. I'm going to finish this beer, and I'll catch you on the next video. See ya.